What is going on, everyone? It is rivalry week here in the state of Alabama. It's Auburn versus Alabama in Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa on Saturday. Our SEC insider Matt Zenitz joins us now. And of course, Alabama coming into this one is the heavy favorite. Danny Sheridan says Alabama the 24.5-point favorite. And I would say that most Alabama fans think they've got this one in the bag. It's a guaranteed win. But let's just do some hypotheticals and some discussion here. If there's going to be any major issues and major concerns for this Alabama team, what does Auburn bring to the table that could maybe make this game extremely interesting?
I would say the most interesting aspect of this game from a matchup standpoint is that Alabama offense against the Auburn defense. So Auburn's defense has had some issues recently, gave up more than 500 yards against Georgia, which is a lot of yards and really a surprising number considering all of the talent that Auburn has on that defense. And then the week before against Texas A&M had more than 200 yards rushing. So they've had some issues recently, but they still have several guys on that defense that are probably going to be playing in the NFL at this time next year. And that'll be one of the more interesting things for me going into this game is just to see how that dynamic Alabama offense does against a very talented Auburn defense. That said, my personal expectation is that Alabama ends up winning this game and manages to pull away in this one, mostly just because that Auburn offensive line continues to be an issue for them, and I just don't see them being able to fare that well against that Alabama defensive front. But it will be interesting to see just what that Alabama offense can do against that talented Auburn defense.
And what's another key matchup you're really looking at in this football game that could be interesting?
Yeah, I just want to see what that Auburn offensive line can do against Alabama's defensive front, because if they can find a way to hold up, that's when this game truly gets interesting. I just personally, I don't see that happening.
What about special teams? I think that's another area of concern. Special teams, I think Auburn in this one comes in with a bit of an advantage. They've made some great plays. Jordan Peters with the block punts. We've seen the kick returns, the punting game, and the kicking game. A big concern, Nick Saban even pointed to that Alabama has been less than impressive in the kicking game, and it's unacceptable. And so just your thoughts on how that may play into this matchup if Auburn is able to get a few wins on the special team side of things.
So that's the biggest concern for Alabama at this point is just the field goal kicking and just the consistency in terms of missing those extra points at this point. So Texas back in 2005, so that great Texas team back in 2005, missed 9 extra points that year. Since then, it's been 13 years since then, and before Saturday, only one Power 5 conference team had missed more than 7 extra points in a season, and now there are 2, with Alabama being the second one. So Alabama missed 2 more on Saturday. That's not good. It's a concern for Coach Saban and something that, needless to say, they'll be looking for improvement in that area moving forward. And it'll be interesting to see also just whether there are potential changes made there, which Coach Saban hinted at on Monday, that if they don't see improvement, whether it's the kicker, the holder, the snapper, that they could potentially make some changes to that group.
All right, thanks so much. He's Matt Zenitz. The Iron Bowl kicking off at 2:30 Central Time. Looking forward to it. And of course, for all your Alabama Crimson Tide updates, you can visit us on AL.com. This video was brought to you by Caliber, a luxury store in Homewood, Alabama that's reviving the finer things in hunting and fishing.